It's Abdajabar, and I'm here today to present my research paper about a review on the impact of cybersecurity crime in financial institutions during the time of COVID-19 pandemic. During this presentation, I'm going to go through the introduction, the background of cybersecurity and this study, the literature review, methodology discussion, and then the conclusion. Introduction. First of all, I would like to define what cybersecurity. So, cybersecurity is the practice of protection for any data or information within network or system. So, when COVID-19 pandemic hits, it affects all aspects of our study, including how we socialize, how to do normal daily basis. Many workers and students had quickly adjusted to using online platform, mobile application, and new forms of communication in their daily life basis. So they all had to adopt new lifestyle pattern. Many institutions, whether education or financial institution, whether large or small institution, they all depends on the use of information technology in their everyday operation. So everything affects by like information security. So they have to figure a method to prevent or to protect their information from hackers or from stealing or any attacks. In this study, we focus in financial institution. So all the financial institution they actually rely on external platform to provide their digital service. So in order for them to protect their customer, banks should like evaluate cyber attacks and the knowledge for both like their customer and their workers in terms of cyber threats and cyber security. The objectives of this study is to study the impact of cybersecurity crimes during the time of pandemic, especially in financial institutions. This paper analyzed the cybersecurity crimes during the pandemic and the time before pandemic and compare them together, especially in the financial institution. Um in order for us to achieve the objective, this study used a systematic review method. Background: as we mentioned earlier, when COVID-19 hits, everything moved digitalized. So we started using everything online, and instead of us using the same network in the same building, we moved like if each one of us starts using their own network to do the work or to do the study, and this give a chance for to be like to get more attacks or like more cybersecurity issues. As the global bank system shift to digital, all financial institutions, of course, they rely on like their own network, and this also give them like the chance for the risk of cyber attacks, like even more. There are many types of cybercrime discussed in this study, like the hacking, which the act of compromising a digital service, when you gain access to unauthorized, when you get unauthorized access to an account or system. That's the meaning of hacking. There's a pinching. Pinching attack is when hackers attempt to trick you or using your sensitive information to get an access to the account or to the system, while the malware is passive software usually sent over internet. The hackers usually like um, trick you to get an access to the system or the network. There were many data breach in financial institutions all around the world. The cyber security issues comes in different types of crimes. In this slide, I'm gonna highlight the most cybersecurity crimes around the world. As we can see, the first one that happened in European Union countries. There were many cyber attacks in financial and banking industry. The highlighted crimes in the study were like most of the crime type is like pinching, online fraud. Also in India, we know like India is like the cyber crimes is increasing significantly. The cyber attacks frequently commit more in India. So the majority of victims from different type of Indian banks were like malware, fraud, pinching, and of course the financial loss and the data loss is like a lot in India. Also in Pakistan, based on the study of Malik and Islam, the effect of cybercrimes occur in Pakistan by employing. They did like a survey of almost 300 employees that are working in banking sector. So the study is about the effect of information security awareness in financial institution. Uh, from the study, they highlighted like the most cyber crimes were like fraud and normal cyber crimes, while Jamaica is still dealing with financial crime practically in cyber space, such as e-fraud, the identify the thief, credit card forgery, money laundering uh, fraud as well. Next, we have like UK. The highlighted crime was like the blackmail, fraud, e-fraud, cyber crimes. Also in USA, they have like a high cyber risk chance. Most of the highlighted cyber crimes were like pinching, based on the study of the, the SEC. The methodology in this paper, the goal of this systematic review is to determine the impact of COVID-19 that has on cybersecurity from the perspective view of the cybercrimes. It also highlights the variety of cyber attacks experienced globally during the pandemic, focusing on financial institutions and how cybercrimes increased over the period time of pandemic. Also, the motivate of this study is the lack of publication systematic review on financial institution specific issues was initially established in several systematic review archive. The impact of COVID-19 on cybersecurity. As we know, cyber risk is significantly concern for the financial sector in all nations, but some countries are like exposed to cyber attacks more than the other country. As we can see in this picture or this figure, it shows the cybersecurity around the world. The source of this picture is from the International Telecommunication Unit. This unit is a part of United Nations, gives the organization arrangement as well as the building capacity and working together. Also, this map illustrates the practical of all nations represented. As we can see in this figure, like green shows like the highest level of cyber attacks. We can see like Bangladesh, China, and in Asia like it's more and US. Also, the yellow shows like the above medium. The orange is like below medium. Red is the lowest, and the white one is has no data. From this graph, we can see like a nation like plastic and states, and Bangladesh has been the target of cyber attacks, ranking in this unit. Existing work and survey comparison. Based on our study, we examined the previous study that looked into the connection between cyber attacks and COVID-19 in a brief point of how, and we differ like which study was like related to COVID and which study is not related to COVID based on the surveys of the study. So we can see like the study of Haji and Alam that happened in 2021. Cybersecurity related to social engineering based cyber attacks happening during COVID. Also, a cybercrime perspective. Uh, the survey by Lilith in 2021 also relates to COVID. The focus on web punishing attacks also. Um, we can see the study of Hackhack 2020 is about the cyber activity focused on finishing is also happening during COVID. The other surveys that is not related to COVID, like the focus on web finishing attacks, was happened study in 2021, but it's not related to COVID. The survey of study of Basil study that happened in 2021, application of artificial intelligence to detect the finishing attacks. also based on our research, there are like many cyber security crimes that have indicates happening in financial institutions during the pandemic, like the fake calls banking Trojan that happened in April 11, 2022 in South Korea. They indicate data breach and cyber attacks. Also, what happened in India, they call the event of Hash Mama data that happened in 2020 in India. Also, in financial institution, what happened in OCBC Bank, benching scam that happened in Singapore in December 23, 2021. Also, what happened in United States in 2021, that states in the bank, Chase Bank, the finishing attacks. There's some more reported financial institution breach during COVID, like what happened in Big Street Target in Brazilian bank application that happened in 29th of September 2021. Um, Also, what happened in May 16, 2021, the that happened in insurance company AXA. Um, this insurance company indicates to be in Thailand, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Philippines, and that was like a big breach of data. Conclusion and limitation. This paper is significantly focused on the financial sector exposed to cybersecurity crimes that committed during COVID pandemic. Many studies and reports related to cybersecurity were systematically reviewed and discussed and analyzed in this study. Our analysis highlights that the number of cybersecurity crime in financial institutions had nearly doubled compared to the period before COVID. Also, our study analyzes that phishing attacks are the most common form of cyber crimes during the time of pandemic. Uh, Finally, in order to address the growing of cyber security risk that are becoming more prevalent every day, it will be helpful to draw lesson from the construct between phishing and other cyber attacks during COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for watching. Thank you. If any question, please contact me.